This video will cover the intro to programming an inverter with the app. You can see we've logged in using our installer account to the app, and we can see local access to inverters, none connected via Bluetooth right now. Create an end user. This will be after we've gotten the inverter connected online. One little bug with this, if you start creating an end user and don't follow all the way through, it'll lock the app up and it won't let you go back. So if you accidentally click on this, what to do is just put in your own email, make a fake end user to let you out of the app, and then you can go back and delete that end user later, because the only other way is to actually delete the app from your phone and then reinstall it. That's a bug that locks up the app if you try to create an end user and don't complete it. And then you can see we've got our inverters that are registered to our installer account here. We're going to click on this one, and then we can see the inverters with that end user there, and it brings up our inverter monitoring screen. And if we scroll down, this is where we get into our programming options. See, we've got energy. That's where we can see the daily and monthly graphs of what the inverter is doing. Settings is where most of our programming happens. We'll be doing a whole series of videos on details of that. Equipment maintenance, we'll do a quick look in there. We've got a button where we can turn the inverter on and off. This is the same functionality as the physical little button on the side of the inverter that you hold down for 5 seconds to turn it on or off. We can sync the device time. This we want to do locally via Bluetooth when we're connected in the same time zone as the inverter, and that'll sync the device time with your phone. We also, when we create an end user, need to set the time zone correctly for that inverter, because otherwise we'll have different times popping up in different places. We have reset to factory defaults. This is if you've been changing things and are just not quite sure where stuff is. You can go back to all the factory defaults and start again. And clear all data. This can be useful often when you're first setting up an inverter. You get some weird things in there, and once you get it fully set up correctly, it's a good idea to go in and hit clear all data to just get any of that garbage out from the very beginning and start with a fresh data set for all your graphs and things to display properly. Going back to our list, we also have logs. This shows us what errors we currently have, and also if we hit all, we can see saved errors from previous. And then switch, that lets us go and connect to a different inverter than this one that we're looking at right now. Going into settings, see we've got power control. This is where a majority of our settings are. We'll spend a couple videos on this. Battery, another big bunch of settings. General and grid, settings that may or may not apply to you. We'll have separate videos for each of those. And communication, we'll go through that one quickly because it's not much there. This is where we enter the Wi-Fi and the password. Remember, this has to be a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It does not work with 5 gigahertz. And it does need to have a password. It won't work with an open Wi-Fi network. And that wraps up this section. See you in the next video.